Okay, so I'm going to add a sound to my project, and I'm going to be using this circuit chip right here. I got this from Adafruit. This is an Adafruit Audio FX Soundboard Plus, a 2x2 watt amplifier. And this board can hold 2 megabytes of audio. Now, if I were to do it again, I would suggest to go with the 16 megabyte board because I didn't realize how little audio you can get on a board with only 2 megabyte, but it will work. It was $24.95, like I said, from Adafruit. It's pretty simple. You can get all the pinouts online. You can see I have, it's going to be powered by 3 AA batteries, so I'll give you between 4.5 to 5 volts. So I soldered that to the 2 pins that were labeled ground and voltage in. And then they have 4 pins here at the bottom, right and left. So soldered my right speaker to the right and left speaker to the left, just following the polarities: black on negative, red on positive. Okay, so on the left hand side here we have these are the triggering pins to trigger the sound when you want the sound to turn on, and I believe there's 11 pins here labeled 0 through 10, and they all are remain high with a pull-up resistor, so you don't have to add any components other than a switch to ground. So if you want to trigger this, you can see I have this wire is tied to the 0 pin. So whenever I would want to trigger a sound, all you gotta do is touch this to ground, and I'll demonstrate that here. So I'm just gonna put this battery in. I forgot to put a switch in, so I'll have to go back and cut a switch in. But okay, you can see it powered up with the green light. Now simply your switch can be a temporary push button switch. It could be a numerous. It could be a dozen different kind of switches to trigger. It could be a light switch, whatever you want to use. But all you gotta do is touch it to ground. So over here on the battery pack, just touch it to ground, and you can hear. I have a just a demonstration train horn. And you see the red light signals that there's audio playing. Okay, so how do we get the sound onto this board? Well, it was not as hard as I thought it would be. This board accepts, it's WAV, I guess that's pronounced wave files, and OGG files. So on my computer I just simply searched free wave train files, and it came up online. So simply you would use this, I believe this is a mini USB to USB cable, and you would just plug it into your computer and download it onto the chip. Okay, so to get the files onto the board, we're going to use this USB cable, and that does not come with the board, so you have to use your own. I'm using a computer with Windows 10. So I'll go to File Explorer, right here. So you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different train sounds. And let me show you a couple of them. This one is a toy train sound. Okay, so as you can see, I have my computer sitting up on my train platform. I have the USB cord plugged into the circuit. I decided I'm going to add some more sound effects to the circuit. So as you can see right here, I have T00 RAND 0, T00 RAND 1, and T00 RAND 2. And they are named that way so they will play in random order. And that can be all found on the website if you look it up. It's real easy. How I had it previously named, it was just T00. So when the switch would trigger the circuit, it would just play it once. Now every time the circuit is triggered, it will play one of these three sound effects in random order. So I'm just going to transfer these over. I'm going to show you how easy it is to program it. I just named the file. Now I'm going to drag it down to the Adafruit D file or D drive. You can see how quick it loads. Okay, here's a trial of the switch. Take one. Train approaching, going through. Success. Made from 3 paper clips and hot glue and a 2x2 piece of 1/4-inch plywood. Okay, so this is the finished product of me installing the circuit. There's the circuit board. There's my left speaker that is glued down with epoxy resin. To the right of it, there's the battery pack. And if you follow the wires, this is the right speaker, also glued down with epoxy resin. Up on this flap, this door, is the switch. I made that switch from a 2x2-inch piece of 1/4-inch plywood with 3 paper clips. This paper clip here is backed with tape, so it's used like a flap, and also so the train will not get caught on the paper clip itself. And so I used 3 paper clips, and it's just basically a mechanical switch. When the train goes through it, it will this paper clip will make contact with this, if you can see, this piece right here, which is very close to the contact, and it will ground it and trigger pin number 0, and that's how it works.